Veteran F1 journalist Joe Saward has hinted that there could be quite the game of chairs at Red Bull Racing and VCARB for the 2025 season. Saward has not only rumored that Liam Lawson can make the step up to Red Bull, but that Franco Colapinto could take his place at VCARB next to Yuki Tsunoda. Thanks for watching another GPFans news video. If you like what you're seeing, or if you simply need to stay up to date with all the latest in the world of F1, here's a tip. Hit that subscribe button down below and you won't miss a thing. And if you do so, please make sure to hit the like button as well, as it helps us out a lot. Lawson was very impressive on his return to Formula 1, finishing 9th at the US Grand Prix, despite starting from the back of the grid with engine penalties. The Kiwi had already showcased his raw pace in qualifying, setting the third fastest time in Q1 before throwing Q2, as he was taking a 60th-place grid penalty anyway. According to Saward, Red Bull were very happy with his pace and see a solution to the Perez problem in the youngster, despite the Mexican being under contract until the end of 2026. Additionally, Saward says that VCARB are, quote, sniffing around Williams rookie Franco Colapinto for the second seat in 2025. Colapinto will be left without a drive after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Carlos Sainz Jr. taking his place. Quote, they may also have found a solution to the vacancy that a departing Lawson might create at VCARB, as Franco Colapinto is doing a great job for Williams and he has no drive in 2025, as the team is committed to Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz. The word is that Red Bull is now sniffing around Franco. Sainz and Albon are both due to stay at Williams until at least the end of 2026, and so there is no space at the moment for the Argentine driver, while Red Bull needs a strong youngster. Over to Red Bull's rivals McLaren, whose CEO, Zak Brown, wants the Austrian team to sign paperwork that they have not used the much-discussed T-Tray device to their advantage in recent years. The FIA told Red Bull to take the device, which can adjust the RB20's ride height between qualifying and the race, off the car, as altering the car in Parc Fermé is strictly forbidden. After this news came out, Red Bull were quick to point out that they have never used it in such a manner, adding it can only be accessed if the car is stripped down entirely. For Brown, who was hoping to win McLaren's first constructors title since 1998, this is not good enough, suspecting his rivals of using the device to gain a competitive advantage. Quote, the suggestion in the pit lane from a handful of people is that it has been used in that manner, so the only way to bottom it out is a good old-fashioned sign here, stating what has gone on. I know if I was presented with an affidavit and the consequences of not telling the truth were severe, I'd tell the truth. I'm confident the matter is dealt with going forward, but if they have done it in the past, there is no grey area about it. Modifying your car in Parc Fermé is as clear a breach of the regulations as possible. Free Practice 2 in Mexico will not be a regular practice session for two separate reasons. First, the session will last an hour and a half rather than just the hour, and the explanation for this is the second reason why FP2 is not a regular practice session, as the track time will be used to test Pirelli's new tire prototypes for next season. Pirelli have designed a new compound, the C6, which is to be added to the C1 through 5 compounds, C1 being the hardest and C5 currently being the softest. FP2 will be entirely run by the tire manufacturer rather than the teams going through their respective programs in preparation for qualifying and the Grand Prix. Aside from the all-new C6, new versions of the C4 and C5 compounds will be tested as well. Pirelli have given every team the same program to run with the same fuel load to give them data that is as consistent as possible. The walls of the new prototype tires will not be marked, so teams will not know whether they're driving on softs, mediums, or hards. Mexico has already been used by Pirelli in recent years to test new tire prototypes due to its unique track conditions given the altitude and high speeds. It does mean, however, that teams will have a lot less time to practice for the Mexico City Grand Prix. We head off to Mexico this weekend then, so let's have a look at the schedule for the 2024 Mexico City Grand Prix. Remember, all these times will be in the UK time zone, so adjust them to wherever you are watching us from around the world. We start on Friday, of course, where Free Practice 1 kicks off the Grand Prix weekend at 7:30 p.m. UK time. FP2, which is an hour and a half because of the tire test we just mentioned, starts at 11 p.m. and ends at half past midnight, for all you night owls. On Saturday, the third and last practice session is at 6:30 p.m. and qualifying for the race is at 10 p.m. UK time. The 2024 Mexico City Grand Prix is on Sunday, the 27th of October and starts at 8 p.m. Again, all of these times are in UK time, so adjust them if you're not watching us from there. We don't want to be responsible for you missing any of the action. That's it for another GPFans news video. Do you think Lawson at Red Bull and Colapinto at VCARB is realistic or nothing more than a rumor? And how excited are you for the Mexico City Grand Prix? Let us know in the comments down below. And as always, I'll catch you tomorrow with the very next video. I'll see you then.